Coach, can you talk about what they were able to do offensively in the second half? It was just really tough to get some stops in that second half.
Yeah, I thought our second half defense, it was poor. And it was like they were scoring possession after possession. I mean, 36 points in the third quarter, 38 points in the fourth. They win the game by 2, but it's the little things, the things that we talk about every day that we didn't do. 17 second chance points in a 2-point game, that's a big difference, 17 to 8. So we have to finish possessions. We got to get stops. When we did, they got offensive rebounds. They got into our paint. And so we had definitely a letdown defensively in the second half.
Yeah, I know you talked about it before the game about getting those long rebounds off those three-point misses, and obviously they had some very big buckets on those second chance opportunities.
Yeah, they did. They did a great job of rebounding the ball, going after them, and then they got to the free throw line. And, Zion shoots 4 free throws. Jaren Jackson shoots 15. I feel like Zion attacks the paint just as much as anybody, and for him to only get 4 free throws, that's something that definitely hurt us. He gets to the free throw line. He should be getting to the free throw line 10 times a game. So, but we can't make excuses. Memphis did what they needed to do to win the game. Give them credit, and we'll come back tomorrow, watch film, get on the practice floor, and it's an opportunity for us to get better.
And obviously, the game doesn't come down to one possession, but just kind of walk us through your perspective on your final possession that ends with the CJ3 and then theirs that ends with the Ja floater.
Yeah, we got a wide open look. CJ just missed it. They take a timeout, and Ja Morant drives to the basket and scores on us. So, 62 points in the paint. We know what they're going to do, but we didn't do a great job of stopping it.
In those situations, do you just feel like even if a guy's going, we just trust Herb and just to go one-on-one in those situations and just live with the results?
Yeah, we trust him for sure, and that's a big part of what we need to continue to do is trust him. We threw some different looks at him, but he was fantastic tonight. Give him credit. We blitzed him. We threw multiple guys at him. He still got where he needed to on the floor, and that's on us. That's where we have to do a better job.
Coach, going back to that second chance points, it seemed like the Grizzlies twice really hurt you guys in the game, first half and then in the second half.
Yeah.
And that was with JV on the court. What would you like to see done differently next time? Is it just everybody needs to box out? What?
Well, JV's doing a great job of rebounding, but it's our other guys, it's our wings, our guards. Without pointing anybody out, collectively, those guys have to help JV. JV's down there banging and battling, and he's gobbling up rebounds. But those guys, we have to do a better job with our perimeter players of coming back and collecting rebounds. Once again, it allows us to get out in the open floor and play, but we didn't do a great job of securing the rebounds tonight.
Coach, how much did it hurt? You kind of alluded to it, that Zion only got 6 minutes in the first half because he had 3 fouls.
Yeah, it threw our rhythm off a bit, but, we had a good first half with the guys that came in and, contributed. We had a good first half. We came out in the second half flat. Give them credit. They dominated the second half of the game. We have to be better.
And what do you think about just B.I.'s performance, especially in the second half, just giving you guys a chance there?
B.I. was great. He made plays for himself, for his teammates. He made big basket after big basket. Unfortunately, we just didn't do enough to come out with the win.
And just in general, just what's kind of your philosophy in those last possession situations where do you think it's better to kind of let your guys kind of, play within the flow of the game or calling a timeout there? I guess, how do you kind of evaluate those situations?
It depends. If it's a tie game and we're flowing and we get a stop, they have the freedom. That's some of our best offense. If we have to take a timeout down a couple points, then we will, but we got a good shot by CJ. We just missed it. Thank you.
just what were your thoughts on what Ja was able to do in the second half of that game?
He was able to do whatever he wanted.
And I guess just where did the lead kind of slip away for you guys in the second half? Do you feel like?
We didn't get no stops. They scored almost every possession.
I guess just how tough was it for you just to get a rhythm tonight with the foul calls and just getting into foul trouble so early in the game?
I mean, it was tough. We had other guys going, though.
And just in a situation like that late in the game, just how did you feel about the shots y'all were able to get and just the defense y'all played against y'all?
B was gone, so we was trying to find B. And I already said it. Ja was just able to get their spots.
And Z, did it hurt just as much how many offensive rebounds they were able to get tonight?
Yes, sir.
And what do you guys think you have to do different? I know we've often talked about it. Everybody's got to go get it.
Everybody has to box out. We have to collectively rebound.
You talked about just them scoring so much in the second half. What did you think was kind of the source of some of the breakdowns?
Ja was able to get downhill a lot. And him doing that opened up the game for the rest of them.
What was just kind of your read on the second half in general?
We didn't get no stops, and when we did get stops, we didn't get the offensive or defensive rebound. They had 17 offensive rebounds that turned into points. It's hard to win games when you don't rebound and secure the ball. It's hard enough to stop guys in the league once. You know, it's almost impossible to stop them 2 or 3 times in a possession. The guys are too good, so we got to do a better job at rebounding, tracking the ball. That was part of it. Not finishing, missed some layups, had some turnovers. I think that was part of it. Understanding they're going to trap ball screens, we just got to make better reads, better decisions, and I got to get us in better stuff and kind of find better matchups for us down the stretch so that we can live with the results as opposed to doing what they want us to do.
Ton of pick and roll tonight. Just what are the challenges of that, stopping such a gifted guy in the pick and roll?
Yeah, no, I mean he's very good. That's why he's got a signature shoe. That's why he gets paid what he gets paid, and he's one of the best players in the NBA, and he's fresh. He's been working out and looking forward to this opportunity for weeks. So, he's going to be aggressive. He's going to get downhill when he's not fresh, but he's going to really be aggressive when he's allowed to, kind of get into the paint and do what he does. And when you're in the bonus 3 minutes into a quarter, it's really hard. It's very difficult to guard in this league when you are in the bonus so early. And I thought, tonight was one of those nights where it was a tough game for us defensively, especially in the second half. And I thought we had a unique whistle tonight.
What did you see as some of the issues that led to some of the breakdowns on the defensive end?
I think it was a lot of stuff. I mean, even when we scored, we have breakdowns in transition. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe 2 guys guarding one, somebody open in the corner, closing out on non-shooters, little stuff like that can't happen. We got to be better. Collectively understanding that, we want Josh shooting threes. Like, we shouldn't be closing out at him. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stunt in the corner. If we got a shooter in the corner and a non-shooter in the wing, we got to stunt the wing and get to the corner and vice versa. So it's just like those types of things. And then I missed the double down. Jaren Jackson, we supposed to be doubling on the dribble. I didn't get there. And that just kind of trickles down from there. And that was like the start of the game. So we just got to be more locked in. And when we up 20, we got to put teams away. Can't let the league diminish and make it a game, because then, everybody's good enough to beat you in this league.
Yeah, there are a few times this year where we've seen you guys, go up big and then the league kind of fade away. Do you think there's any kind of common thread in some of those games?
I think it's different stuff. Tonight, we didn't get stops. I had 2 good looks I got to make, at least one of them, hit the rim at least. But I think if you look at the entire flow of the game of spurts, game of runs, we had control of that game. Even down the stretch, we had control of the game. We just didn't get stops. And we didn't get stops in that third quarter. That hurt. I think it was -9 or -10 in the quarter. Another -9 or -10 in the fourth quarter, just because we didn't get stops, gave up second chance opportunities. We fouled a lot. They was in the bonus quick. And like I said before, it's hard to guard guys in this league in general. But when you can't touch them, because it's 4 fouls, you're in the penalty, it's even harder. And the other team knows that they can get downhill, create contact, even fighting for position to get a catch. Those little things is what makes it hard, because now they're scoring with the clock stopped. Now there's no time running off the clock, and each possession is that much more magnified.
Just what was kind of your perspective on those last 2 possessions, your shot and then the shot that John hit?
Well, I just missed it. Caught it high. Felt like it was a good look. I'll take that look any day of the week. I got to obviously make it, but I can live with me missing an open 3 or a semi-contested 3. I'm going to shoot 40 plus for my career, so I can live with that. But I think it shouldn't. I got to make the shot. Like, no excuses. But it shouldn't come down to one possession when you up 20 on a team that's 15 games under 500. Like, this shouldn't be a close game. We should be running away. We should be resting in the fourth quarter, and that's what we got to get to.
CJ, did it feel like perhaps the game should have been won in those opening minutes of the third quarter? You had a 19-point lead. They seemed to cut it in half right away.
Yeah, that's the game right there. They felt like they still had life. They continued to cut into the league, get to the free throw line, get momentum, each basket, and a little bit more confidence. They on a back-to-back, so, most teams will fold. You get up 15, push to 20, push to 25. Teams will fold, coach will throw in the towel, get ready for the next game. But when it's a tight highly contested game and they feel like they got a chance, and they're going to let their guys play and try to really get after it, and that's what they did.
Can you talk a little bit about B.I.? Got off to a tough shooting start, but then he was really rolling for the last 3 quarters. He almost helped you guys get that one.
Yeah, he was great. He was great, man. He's one of the best players in the NBA, the best pull-up jump shooter in the NBA. I think statistics show he's the best. He's the best midi in the league, better than KD right now. So he's playing at a high level. We milked him for all we could get. You know, the double teams came. They trapped our ball screens if I was in the action or if he was in the action. And, you know, we got to get better at making decisions out of that and trying to get the ball into the right people's hands once we play out a rotation.